Bhagwan Shri Yogi Ramsuratkumar ki Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya, Kumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya, Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Rama 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 Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Ramsuratkumar Jaya Guru Raya Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Jaya Guru Raya Suratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Kumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar. Rama 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 Rama. Bhagwan Shri Yogi Ramsuratkumar ki jai. Sarvam Yogi Ramsuratkumar Ashram. One more evening twilight worship by Nama Sankirtan that we have all been able to gather here in His powerful shrine and sing His powerful name is no small grace. Every day, He gives us 24 hours, a new day with 24 hours in everybody's hand equally. And He is also starting the day for us with His Divya Mangala Nama. And we have now come to the evening of the day and once again chanted together His powerful divine name. This is not possible for us except for His grace. We should celebrate this gift of grace always. Bhagwan used to say that everything happens only by Father's grace, by Father's will. There is only one will at work always. If there is any free will of the ego, it's only an appearance. This is what he was saying, that everything in everybody's life, every moment is happening only by His will, the divine will. I can mention 2 demonstrations where, without any long lecture, a simple word, a simple comment, he taught this great truth. Once, during his wandering days, he was going towards the bus stand of Tiruvannamalai. In those days, there used to be an Ashwatha tree, a peepal tree opposite to the old bus stand. Sometimes Bhagwan would sit there. It was one of his haunts where he would stay for some time. Now when he was on his way, he had no possessions at all except a coconut shell and a hand fan which would be broken in places, and some newspapers. There is no mention whether he had any stick with him at that time. And all of a sudden, he was surrounded by 4 thugs of the street, and they started to snatch everything from his hand and threw them away. And then they started to beat him up. One man would beat up and push him towards the next one, and so on. He was beaten up so severely his kurta, dhoti, they got torn in many places, and the blood started to ooze. And yet they wouldn't stop, those cruel people. Such is the nature of the evil. what man can do to man, heaping such cruelties, indignities upon another person. We do not know how it is possible for a human mind, and yet it happens all the time. He just put up with that in all silence, submitted totally. And there was a collection of crowd immediately, as it always happens, and they were all watching the show. Indeed, it was a show to them. They just stood there, and none of them came forward to help. When Bhagwan described the whole event to me years later, he said some of those people in the crowd had come to this beggar and benefited, and yet none of them, for their own reasons, wouldn't come forward to help this beggar. All Father's grace, Devaki. Everything was Father's grace for him. In the meantime, somehow the news reached two people who used to be with him sometimes. One Perumal Sadayan and another person. They came running to the spot. As soon as the thugs, the rowdies, saw these two coming towards them, they ran away. Now Perumal, after seeing Bhagwan in that state, was very disturbed and said, "Swami, please let us go after them. We will give them nicely, so that they would never touch you again." But you know what Bhagwan said? "Perumal, they have come to do that work, and they have done. They have done their work, Perumal. We have come for Father's work. We will do Father's work." And then, aside, he said, "You see, Devaki, 20 people standing there and watching, and none came forward. Always remember, this is the world. Don't trust anybody." That was a private advice to me, but I am sure it's meant for all. Now, by saying this, they have come to do their work, and they have done their work. We will do Father's work. He said it all, that everything happens only by Father's will. Father had designed these thugs for such work. They were meant to do it. And Father has designed all of us to do Father's work. So it is no question of tit for tat. If everybody takes one eye out for another eye, the whole world would be blind. Always, Bhagwan said, never give abuse for abuse, but strengthen the cause. So, here again, Bhagwan taught me another point, that there are people chosen for such evil work, and there are people chosen for good work, the divine work. So we are all chosen characters to play a certain role in this world drama. It is one divine that is running the whole show. The one that created the cosmos is running the cosmos with its infinite details, with such precision and discipline. So, he often said, everything, every suffering also, happens only by Father's will. And it happens because it's necessary for us. And he said, whatever happens is perfect. Why? It is Father's Leela, and Father is perfect, so His Leela is perfect. And sometimes he would say, wherever Father places this beggar and Devaki, we have not only to accept it wholeheartedly, but be grateful to God for it. Because whatever happens is only grace coming from God. So I understood that everything happens only by God's will. We simply have to accept it without grumbling. And there was another time in Sudama, he made me read a heavy book, The Secret Doctrine by Madame Blavatsky from Theosophical Society. I started to read. It was all very small letters, and page after page after page I kept reading. And mostly I didn't understand at all, anything at all. And after 600 pages, I could no more contain myself and complain. I said, Bhagwan, I don't understand anything. Why are you making me read this? Immediately, Bhagwan said, oh, this beggar also doesn't understand anything, Devaki. And then he laughed and laughed. And then, you know what he said? Devaki, Father wants you to read this book, and Father will put it to use. Again, Father chooses somebody to read something, and Father will put it to use. Where are we in it? Everything happens. There is one higher power, we can call it Ishvara Shakti. We can call it Divine Mother, we can call it Ishwar, but there is one higher power that runs the whole cosmos by its will, by its divine will. And that is divine justice. So all that we have to do, as Bhagwan taught me, to accept whatever life brings to us, comes straight from God by His will, and it's meant for our greater good. It's meant for our spiritual growth. And if you look at life closely, watchfully, you would see in everybody's life, in your own life, everything is getting arranged by itself without your participation in it. But then, more often than not, we see something happening, starting to happen, we get fear and we react, and then we plan and we try to change this, we intervene. We intervene in the arrangement of the divine. With the result, we would mess it up. God is arranging everything in everybody's life by His will in a certain pattern which is meant for our greater good, which is meant for serving the purpose of life, which is God. But then, by planning and thinking ahead and fearing and reacting, we sometimes spoil it. When somebody went and asked Ramana Bhagwan, what is this, Swami? I am not able to feel grace at all. When will I feel your grace? Ramana Bhagwan said, the grace is always flowing. It's there always. You don't intervene. You don't come in between. So everything that happens is only grace. This is what our Bhagwan, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, taught us. He also lived it from moment to moment. If he didn't get any food at all for 3 days, he would say, by Father's grace, this beggar didn't get anything to eat. By Father's grace, he would get sumptuous food sometimes, and by Father's grace, he wouldn't get anything at all to eat for 3 days, 4 days. but he could see both only as Father's grace. These are the things that we have to learn from the lives of Mahatmas. They are the embodiment of sacrifice, and they sacrifice out of love for humanity. We shall now offer our today's prayer at the lotus feet of Bhagwan. I know many people think that what is this woman, what is this Amma doing all the time, repeating herself every day in the name of prayers. And many people get bored and even get up and go away. But remember, this is a very powerful shrine, and the prayers that we make are very powerful. They're bound to work sometime or the other. It's not for us to go into the working of it, but to pray and keep on praying. This is all the play of Shakti. We will be surprised how these prayers work. All the same, we will not go into the details of that, but complete our prayer. Bhagwan, we beg you again and again, a million times, for your immediate divine intervention to stop the war and make the peace talk successful. We also beg you to do everything for the needy on the war front, and to remove, to uproot all the negativities of the human mind that are in the first place responsible for these situations. We also beg you to protect and give all-round welfare to those people who are helping others selflessly. We also beg you for a boost to our economy, and we pray for unbroken remembrance of your name. You have often said, remembering the name is remembering God, and remembering God is living in God. And that only when we remember God, we truly live. Other times we are more dead, though we carry a body that breathes. We also beg you, Bhagwan, for this blessing to be sattvic instruments in your hand. As Bhagwan pointed out to those rowdies, they have come for this work and they have done their work. So that we are all instruments, all of us, without any exception, are only instruments in the hands of God, but let us pray to be sattvic instruments in His hand, so that we could run our everyday life as an offering to God. We don't want to be caught by the snare of Maya. And finally, we beg you, Bhagwan, for that supreme blessing, for the supreme state of being, for which we need complete purification. You have prescribed chanting your name and doing everything as your seva, so that we would be able to detect your living, vibrant presence in everything, everywhere. Bhagwan, we beg you for those blessings that would enable us to see your sankalpa behind all the happenings of life. And more importantly, to be able to see the hidden grace even in the most disastrous sufferings of life. We know it is our karmic effect, and yet we also know your boundless compassion that would put a blessing in it, a blessing which is meant for our spiritual progress, our closer kinship with God. Please bless us to be able to take every suffering, every adversity as a blessing from you and be grateful to you for that. We also pray to you, beg you for all the species of the cosmos, in whatever state of being they are, to be free from that state of miseries and be lifted to a higher plane. And finally, we take refuge at your feet in your Nama for our complete dissolution. We have been seeking solutions under the delusion that the whole world is real. And now we know that we have to seek dissolution, liberation from the tyranny of the ego, from the vicious cycle of births and deaths, so that we be blessed with that eternal living in eternal you, the eternal entity. Jai Yogi Ramsuratkumar.